Okay, so today we're cutting a section down to make it a 5-foot door instead of a 6-foot door. Manufacturer will only go to 6 foot. So here's the section that we're cutting down. And it is 6 foot currently now. We're going to cut it down to 5 feet. If you notice, we have a space for the hinges here, and we have space for the hinges here. So we're going to want to actually cut 6 inches off of each side versus cutting 12 inches off of one side. The other thing we did do is we did get a flush panel door. It doesn't have any design on it, so where we cut it doesn't interfere with whatever the raised panel or whatever design you have on it. So stay tuned here, and we'll start our measurements and get cutting. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we got to take this, what we call an end style, off. So we're just going to peel it back. Takes that off. We then have these steel plates backers to support the hinges, so we have to get those out. So we're going to separate them from here and from the insulation. Get them pulled out. There it is. That's your plate. You want to make sure which side you're going, so when you put it back in, you get the right direction. And I'm using it by a space between these two holes as the bottom. And that's how we get started with that. And there's one on the top and one on the bottom. Okay, so I've removed those plates, backer plates. Time to measure now. We're going to come in 6 inches. So we're just going to put a little mark for the 6 on the top and the bottom. That just to make sure we're square. Use your square, you line it up, 2 lines. And I'm using a permanent marker because you won't see the marker, but it's very bright and visible to me while I'm cutting. Now we're time to cut. Okay, we are ready to cut. Most of my saw is going to be on this side, and I don't want to scratch the paint, so I just use a little painter's tape to help that. And here we go. Okay, now it's time to assemble and put this all back together. Remember, we knew our up and down here. We will put this in here, tap it in, keeping it flush. And remember, those are the backers for your hinge support. One at top, one at the bottom. Alright. And now we put this on, which is the side mullion, or we call end style. And we're going to need to tap these out here. Particular door, this lines up with the top skin. Drop it into place. I'm going to use a little set screw here just to hold it until we get it to the job site and hardware. And there you go. Okay, this is just to give you an idea of the cut down. So that's one of the original sections we're going to cut down in a few moments here. And you see we just took the 6 inches off of the side and reattached that. and you can't even tell. Looks like it was done in the factory. All right, we'll be back when we get the door completed and installed.